What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. As you can see, in my area there is a chicken legs epidemic, and my goal for today is try to exterminate this problem. Let's do this. We have 80 kgs on the bar and we're going to do our first warm-up set. Alright, make sure you activate the back at the same time, and here we go. One simple trick which will enhance this exercise is make sure you activate your back, especially your lats. So kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together, but without actually squeezing them, kind of like this. If you do that, that will put you in a stronger position, and for sure your numbers will go higher. And not to mention, it will keep your back safe. So now we're 100 kilograms. It's going to be our first working set. We're going to do around 8 repetitions. All right, so activate the back, lats engaged. And here we go. Focus on a good stretch in the hamstring. And if you're wondering why I decided to take my shoes off, well, obviously, number one, I want to show off my socks, and number two, it's actually a good idea to be as close as possible to the ground, because if you do that, you're going to feel the ground better, and that will give you a boost in your stability. If you have thick soles, that's actually a negative thing. So you just got to make sure that are as close as possible to the floor. So if you have some Converse or squat shoes, that will do. But the ones which are for running, not the best. We are at 140 kilograms, 20, 20, 10, 10. Now that's when the real work begins. So up until 140, I feel like it's manageable. It's not really that difficult, but when I get to 140, then yeah, I definitely start to feel it. But also the muscle will feel it, and then this is the sort of weight want to get to. You know, everyone's different, everyone's in a different path and in their journey basically, but for me this is the weight which really starts to challenge me. You know, I've done 150, 160, no, that's like really hard, but no, this is the way, this is the benchmark for me. I have to hit 140 in order to make sure that my hamstrings get a good stimulation. If I go below that, obviously I can still stimulate my hamstrings, but this sort of weight gets my hamstrings going, and this sort of weight I have to get to make them grow. You as well have to find which is that weight, and then focus on growing from there. That's it really. That was a really challenging 8. Okay, so last set for today, I'm going to do 150 kilograms for 4 to 6 reps, and then I'm going to do a drop set. Exercise number 2, it's a little bit unusual to do the leg extension at this point in time, but for this specific workout is because I want to isolate the muscles first before I go into the more compound movements. I've done the hamstrings, and now I'm going to focus on the quads. The thing is, I noticed with my leg extension, if I'm doing this exercise later in the workout after I've done squats, leg press or lunges, or this kind of stuff, then my quads will be so pumped, full of blood, that I will not feel a very good contraction. So one thing I find out that doing this actually earlier in the workout helps me to avoid this problem. It's not really a problem, but of course, like when you do the movements and then you actually feel really good contraction, then obviously it works better even for your mind. When I'm doing this exercise, I usually like to do around 15 repetitions. Less than that, I don't know, I don't feel like it's doing much for me, and just feel like I'm getting better results from more volume. So that's why I'm aiming for like 15. I mean, 73, still not very heavy, but slowly we'll try to max out. I'll go 70, 73, now it's 93, and the maximum is 113, so we'll try to get there. Can't remember if I showed you in other videos, but one of my favorite stretches for the quads is actually doing this. On this machine, it's at the right height, and so easy, especially after you do your leg extensions. One of the best thing you can do is just stretch the muscle, so easy peasy, just go in this position, push your knee towards the ground, lean back a little bit, that will stretch your quads, that will stretch your hip flexor, and it's just overall a awesome stretch. But yeah, after the stretch, it's time to work. So let's go for 113. We are maxing out, baby. Okay, one thing I want to tell this, especially for people who have some knee issues and they might feel pain while doing this exercise, especially on the heavy sets. Before you go into the set, make sure you activate the quads in the sense that you push into the platform, but without actually lifting it, just to create a bit of tension in the quads, because that will help your knees to stabilize better as well. And once you are ready, just go for it. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do: toes up, yeah, increase the tension in your quads, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 15, see? Easy. So the next phase of the workout, we're gonna focus on compound, more muscle groups at the same time. So I'm not gonna do squats at the moment. Later in the video I will. But now we're gonna do some leg press and I'm gonna combine that with some walking lunges. So let's start to build up. On this machine we have 100 kilograms at the moment, trying to get a wide stance. As always, just to get a bit more hamstrings and glutes in the mix. Keep the toes slightly out, always push through the heels. All right, make sure everything is activated. Chest up, and here we go. Doing all those isolating exercises, it's really making a difference on how I feel my muscles now, which is much better. Like my quads straight away are activated, don't have to think too much about it. My hamstrings as well. After I finish this, straight away we're gonna go onto the blue lane over there and we're gonna do some walking lunges. I'm not gonna use any weight. It's just like a warm-up set, but like a trial set. Just make sure I rehearse the movement before I go. And after this set, I'm gonna hold on to some weight and I'm just gonna combine these two exercises together, which will be a killer. But hey, that's why we are here for, isn't it? Okay, so we're gonna max out the machine now. I will go again for 15 repetitions. And actually the first rep is the hardest. I think after that you get a bit of feel of the workout, feel of the weight, and then your muscles activate and they're kind of going much easier. But the first one, lifting it from that dead point, man, that takes a lot of resources. Yep. Come on. Yeah, 50. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna take the 20s for a spin. All right, we press on. So the next exercise, we're going to give a bit more attention to the hammies, and we're going to do the seated leg curl. The reason why I like this exercise, it's because it actually helps you to contract the upper part of your hamstring. It's just a little bit more different than the one when you're lying down. So I actually don't even need the back seat. Just gonna position myself in this way so I can shorten the hamstrings as much as possible. Okay, medium weight, toes pointed up. Activate the hamstrings before we go. Let's try to see if I can squeeze myself. No, not really. And we go. Okay, back is straight. Yeah, stretch, stretch, stretch. And contract. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is probably going to be the hardest exercise we've done today. It's not hard in itself, but because we are doing it at the end of the workout, it's obviously going to be fairly hard. So we're actually going to do some squats, back squats. I'm not going to go more than 100 kilograms, but I'm basically going to just do a quick rehearsal set. And after that, 100 kilograms, going to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions, not 20. 20 is a bit too much. But yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, guys, the moment of truth is here. Let's try to do our best. 15 repetitions. It's funny how the mind works. I was finishing my second set and I was like, oh my god, I'm so out of breath. I mean, my cardio is a bit shit at this point. I haven't done that much cardio, which doesn't help. But for a split second I thought, oh, it's 2 sets, that's more than enough. But you see, your mind is playing tricks on you. When that happens, you shouldn't let it, you should catch it straight away and override that thought. And yeah, I'm gonna do as we initially predicted, initially planned, 3 sets. This will be the last set. 3rd set, baby. Let's go. Let's make this the best set. That's the mindset we want. There you go. 15 reps. Ooh. It's funny how the mind works. I was finishing my second set and I was like, oh my god, I'm so out of breath. I mean, my cardio is a bit shit at this point. I haven't done that much cardio, which doesn't help. But for a split second I thought, oh, it's 2 sets, that's more than enough. But you see, your mind is playing tricks on you. When that happens, you shouldn't let it, you should catch it straight away and override that thought. And yeah, I'm gonna do as we initially predicted, initially planned, 3 sets. This will be the last set. 3rd set, baby. Let's go. Let's make this the best set. That's the mindset we want. There you go. 15 reps. Ooh. So finally, we are doing our last exercise. We are going to calf press. I'm going to use this machine in particular because I said at the beginning of the workout, we're going to do the exercises in such a way that we're not going to put a lot of pressure on the spine. With the squat, obviously, we're going to put some pressure on the spine, but the weight I use, it's not going to be as hard and as heavy on my spine. So that's the reason why I only done 100 kilograms, but at the same time I've done 15 repetitions. If I would do like 120, then from that point onwards, I feel like there's quite a bit of pressure on my back. And yeah, that's the reason basically why we're doing this, and that's the reason why we stopped at 100 kilograms. And we're gonna finish this one. I'm gonna stretch after, and then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day because it's the Catholic Easter. So happy Easter for everyone who's celebrating. So yeah, let's smash this and let's get the hell out of here. Alright guys, so that was the video for today. I hope you found all the tips useful, and if you did, please like the video. That will help me a lot and will help the algorithm and my channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you already haven't, and I shall see you in the next video.